Now, what you are viewing is an attempted home burglary, as the occupants are home. There are children there and visitors that just had come to the home as well. And it was witnessed when the attempted burglar unlocked the bottom lock, and was talking himself down, saying that he did not want to hurt anyone. I'm not going to hurt anyone. Okay, I don't want to hurt anyone. Okay, I won't hurt anyone. And it just was a very traumatizing experience for the family and the guests. However, the police were not helpful. As you can see, there is that same white man being taken away on a gurney. And so what they decided to do was cover up his crime, his attempted crime, or whatever they like to cover it up as.
Excuse me, it's the
decide
man over there
we're
was
not
trying
going
to
to
get
check
in
on
the
the
house.
occupants, the
It's a
cause
man
of this
over there was
crime.
trying to get
People
in the
live here
house like I
paying
just moved
all
there.
this money
I'm
to live
recording him
here
because he was
safely
trying to get in the
and in
other side
comfort,
door.
especially after
He got an orange hat and he's
having
talking
such a
this, I don't know
traumatic
what to do.
ordeal
What should I do?
that had him move there to begin with.
And now he's
So,
sitting right there on my
what you
stairs
don't
outside my
see
door
here
on the other
in
side.
the end with the interaction with the tenant, the occupant of the residence,
Okay, that's what I didn't
and
know
the
if y'all
police
knew.
officer, government officer,
I'm just moving here, so I didn't know what should I
is
do. I don't want them
that
coming over
when
here.
she purchased the
All right, let me do that. That's what I want to do.
he refused
That's,
to do
I don't
it.
think that's safe.
And he even began to make excuses and justify and laugh and joke about the white male and how they were going to help him. And no, we're not doing anything for you. I don't know if it is because I have a Muslim garment, scarf, whatever. They discriminate against that as Muslim garment, but I'm not Muslim. However the case, no problem. You've been to those. Some people too. But they actually, I learned something during this interaction because as I am in Officer Zimmerman's space demanding that he do something and he's failing to prosecute, neglecting my torment, my terror, the trauma that has been subjected to my family, no victim's rights. Doesn't matter that the man broke the lock off of the fence to the backyard. Did not matter that he was able to unlock the bottom door. The police officer Zimmerman also lied to me and told me that the gentleman, he lives there. He used to live there, but he was not the previous tenant. So the whole story was a lie, and I guess you should reiterate that the police cannot be trusted if they are unwilling to act impartially and fairly. In every instance, a person is trying to break into someone's home, regardless to their intoxication level. This person needs to be brought down to the police. There needs to be a report that this has happened because that was the second break-in or attempted break-in, whatever the law would like to define it for its own purposes. The bottom line is that it violated a family's safety and highly concerned the family, and no one did anything about it. The Department of Justice was notified about it as well because during the interaction between the police officer and the occupant, the other police officer, which was parked across the street in a patrol vehicle, had exited the vehicle and began to approach the occupant and Officer Zimmerman. And when he approached him, he said, "Oh, here, I want to give you this." What he had handed Officer Zimmerman, Officer Morrow, handed Officer Zimmerman was a pocket knife. A black, shiny, brand-new-looking pocket knife. And I said, "What are you doing with that?" "Oh, he had that, and you're not going to do a police report?" What was he planning on doing with that? Because the man is half naked. As you can clearly see, he even tried to hide his uniform, which clearly was seen by the neighbors, which was a contractor's uniform. And also had his shoes up, no shirt, and tried to talk himself down. And then we find out this man, in fact, had a pocket knife. So he had intentions to do some harm, or whatever he thought he can get away with. And he also had a plan in the event it was intervened. But this man was given 46 minutes to attempt to break into his home, as the occupants called the police department and their phones were locked and were unable to get a hold of police until the occupant made a tweet, and then the state police called the occupant's child's phone back. Now, this is not a safe situation, and no American citizen should be subjected to, because that's not how we live in our society. Not in 2017. We've come so far from terroristic acts of settlers and immigrants. We really have. And honestly, when it comes to our public policies and policing and official status and judicial concerns of such opinions that are not really effecting change. People's rights are being deprived and people's rights are being filled, and these are human rights. But it doesn't stop there. Because then the police, of course, have to justify the knife. So then what happens is Officer Zimmerman pulls out another knife and says, oh, I got one. And Officer Moore pulls out another knife. So now you have a woman who was just already traumatized, trying to cope as effective as she can, and under enormous pressure and duress, honestly, totally confused by this whole ordeal, and really threatened without anyone ever having to say the fact that two police officers with a history of his victim is holding 3 pocket knives as she stands in the middle of them and questions them. And the reason why they would need that, why are you being supplied with that to be in these streets with citizens? You already have a gun. And she also told them that they were the real gangsters of concern. And so people, we must understand that there are crimes being committed, and all people cannot call the police, and the police are failing to prosecute on behalf of many citizens because they do not believe in the political beliefs, the religion, the cultural background, the color, the likeness, the persuasion of such an individual. That is explicit discrimination, and no one needs a judge that cannot relate with them because they don't share the color, the race, the culture, the ethnicity, the history that such an individual does. And so consider when you're calling and you're on hold, or 911 isn't answering, or it's busy, and all these abnormal circumstances, when these are, but we are paying into these systems to function for us, yet what we are witnesses is a memo that obviously has been placed out there. It is okay for us to behave as 1940. It is okay for us to act so distastefully and inhumane to other human beings, and to deny them due process, deprive them protection. I propose Nicole's Law for victims of all domestic terrorist acts committed against one at home, with or without minor children, or adult children for that matter. People are killing people with their children in the home, and because the law is failing us, it is putting us in compromised situations of life and death to protect ourselves and our children and our property, when the law has no intention on doing it for us. They are letting these crimes go down, and they're happening over and over and over again, and they are utilizing such an expression discretion.
Our hours of operation are 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Complaints can be mailed to the Civil Rights Division, 950 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20530. If you would like to hear this information again, please press 1. If you would like to be connected to an assistant, please press 2. Hold while I transfer your call.
Hi, I'm trying to find out how do I go about complaining. Hi, I'm trying to find out how do I go about complaining on a local police department. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. I need a mailing address. Yes, please. Okay, so do you have to write up a complaint and send the complaint in to you guys? Okay, because I've done that before, and I know that by the time the investigators even see it, or there's appointed an investigator, by the time they get around to it, by then, it could be almost a year later, because I had to prosecute a situation of my own. What are you guys actually doing for citizens? Because, we're going through issues. Like, for example, I just camcorded a man for almost 40 minutes trying to break in my home. Okay, he had a pocket knife on him, okay, and he was a white man, okay, and I called the police, and the police did not answer the phone from 3 different phones. Over 20 days, we recorded, they did not answer. Finally, they answered the phone, and they come here to my home and treat that man as he's a victim and tell me they're not going to do a police report or anything for me. This is the second time. He didn't get in the house this time because I was right there behind the door, and I had changed the lock. But This is the second time. The first time someone already got in. I just moved in his home. Now someone gets in around in my sleep. How do I have a defense to that when the local law enforcement is already aware? They have already, helped the person who has already tried to burglarize my home. It's Albany, New York. Albany, the capital of New York, where we're most discriminated against. It's ridiculous. They don't take any of our criminal or civil complaints adhere to us, and I mean it at all. It's ridiculous, and I'm tired of this. I want to file a complaint about discrimination, okay? Because every time I'm in a circumstance, every time I call the police to help me, you're conditioning us, you're telling us to call law enforcement when we need help. So we're calling law enforcement for assistance, and we're recording them as well. I have thousands of recordings, and you guys too as well. And when we call you guys, don't help us, okay? And so we're placed in these circumstances, almost you're inducing hostile environment and almost deadly circumstances for us, and you're leaving us out here after we have called you guys. You're very aware of the harms that are to come to us, but you're not helping us. And I'm in that situation. Like, this is my life, okay? I'm a mentally disabled individual, okay? I suffer from DID, which is a personality disorder, which means I have 11 personalities, okay? So I go in and out, and that comes from being triggered. So today when that man was at my door, things could have happened very bad. But by the time law enforcement would have decided to answer the phone, if he would have gotten in the house and I would have killed him, then they would have been shooting me down and killing me just because I'm a woman trying to protect their children and my baby, because it was feet away from the room that my baby was in. It's not acceptable behavior for them to just take him away on a gurney, treat him as a drunken individual, and because he's white, he gets away with trying to burglarize my home with a pocket knife. Okay, a pocket knife? No, you don't not do a police report for that. I'm supposed to wait till he kills me or sodomize me? No, it's not fair. Hi, the gentleman just transferred me. I'm having an issue. Okay, I'm always having an issue with people we call for help. But that's why we have recorders. But the issue today is this. My home was just almost burglarized. I'm sure, I don't believe it's a coincidence. I believe it was a retaliatory measure because the police protected and served the individual white man that tried to get into my home. Now, ma'am, this gentleman had a pocket knife, okay? He took his shoes off and he was at my door for almost 40 minutes trying to get in. Now, someone already got in the house. I just moved here. Someone already got in weeks ago. But what I did was I did not, because I don't trust anyone, because I have a federal lawsuit, I did not tell my landlord I changed my locks. I changed the locks to wait for the person to come back, okay? Because I know I can't depend on law enforcement. So today, he came back. And when he came back, he could not get in. So I waited behind the door with my recorder and a weapon, feet away from my infant son that I just put in his playpen in that bedroom, feet away from that door that gentleman was trying to get in. Mind you, the house, that side entry he was trying to break into the house from was on a dead end street. So if he was drunk, man, and his drunkenness is the excuse for him traveling to my house with a pocket knife and trying to get in and talking to himself on my recorder, saying, I'm not going to hurt anyone, I'm not going to hurt anyone. But he has a weapon and he's trying to get in my house. And I called the police from 3 different phones. The phone rang at the police department 20 times each, probably more, okay? They did not answer. We called them back again and expressed that to, I don't know what police that was, but they said they would transfer us back to the local police. All that time, the local police, gave that man 40 minutes that he could have gotten into this house, okay, to hurt me and my kids, or gotten himself killed, okay? So either way, it could have gotten bad. Okay, I called the police for them to protect me and for them to help me so this don't happen to me and the kids again. That's not what happened. They helped him. The police officer got mad at me because I asked him, can you do a police report because I don't know what to do. If I'm in a situation, this is the second time. If I'm in a situation like this again and I call you guys because I am home, like I was today, and I can't get you on the phone and the person is violent and they're actually able to get into the house, what do you want me to do? And he doesn't want to tell me what to do. He wanted to tell me to call. I already told you I called. I already told you I would take recorded over 60 rings to 911 in an emergency while a white man was trying to burglarize my home. I already expressed to him that I had mental illness and I suffer from 11 personalities, DID. I already told him that I was coping as effective as I can, and I think that I should get a whole bunch of claps, and my therapist would think so too. But I'm standing behind that door and not opening it and giving him what he was coming for. I do not want to be placed in a situation of harm because I cannot always guarantee I'm going to be a victim or I'm going to need to call for help. I cannot be constantly traumatized by white men or black men. I am begging for help. I have begged thousands of times. It's on thousands of tape recordings. That's probably why they burnt my house. Probably why they stole my car 2 months ago. I mean, they keep doing everything, but they're not getting those recordings. The bottom line is, I need protection. I'm not going to stop talking. I'm not going to stop my lawsuits. I'm not going to stop fighting. I need help. My children don't have health insurance. The retaliation against me is absurd. It's too much. It's overbearing, and I have to fight back. I'm calling you people because I am in a corner as a cat. Okay? I'm asking you to please help me because I have called the local law so thousands of times. I have them on tape with their arrogance. Okay? I have called them to help me every time someone hurts me or tries to. Okay? I'm asking you to do your job. Someone needs to do their job. Paperwork is nothing. It doesn't happen in reality. I need real help, real answers to deal with the situation because they're not going to stop. Now they know I'm aware. I'm sure they're going to come back probably in the middle of the night and try it in the middle of the night. So I'm going to be up in the middle of the night. and things are going to get bad because I'm not going to call the police never again to save my life. I'm going to save my own life, ma'am. I'm asking you to please help me articulate to the local law enforcement how serious this is, or it will become. I need intervention, okay? They need to de-escalate the situation, okay? All right? If they're sending the people after me, they need to tell them to stop it, okay? I'm gonna bite the bait eventually. We'll all get what we want, okay? I need you guys to do your U.S. Constitution, because that's what I've been trying to abide by with all my craziness, is to respect the law. I have 3 children. I would like to raise them. If I can't, it's fine. I have 2 dead children already because of this injustice. I'm telling you to help me, okay? I'm telling you to help me. I'm not gonna die by myself. I'm not gonna die by myself. I'm gonna wait for my mother. Down, burning in front of my kids. It's not right. It's not what I'm gonna see. How many times do a person have to keep calling you for fucking help?
You have reached the Department of Justice, Civil Rights Division, Citizens Complaint Line. Our hours of operation are 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Complaints can be mailed to the Civil Rights Division, 950 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20530. If you would like to hear this information again, please press 1. If you would like to be connected to an assistant, please press 2. And your client will attend to your call. You have reached the Department of Justice, Civil Rights Division, Citizens Complaint Line. Your call is very important to us. All assistants are currently assisting other callers at the moment. Please hold for the next available assistant.
Thank you for calling the Rights Division. How may I direct your call?
I do not know where I need to be directed to, but I need to file a complaint.
Can you be sure I'm probably related?
Sorry.
Say it again?
I would like to file a complaint against the county that I lived in,
Which state are you located in?
New York,
And where in New York?
Schenectady.
I'm sorry, miss?
Schenectady?
I'll please hold on a moment.
Okay.
U.S. Attorney's Office.
Hi, I'm just trying to find out how do I go about filing a complaint.
Is it a federal case?
Yes, I would like to file a complaint against a county and a police department.
Okay, you want to just go into the attorney's office and then we have a form you can file a complaint?
Okay, now I live in New York State.
Okay, we're in Albany. What part of New York?
Oh, okay, that's close. I'm in Albany.
Okay, yes, it's 437 Broadway.
447 Broadway. Okay.
445.
Oh,
445 Broadway.
445 Broadway. And what is this office?
It's the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, bye.